Hi, let us come to today's analysis of our chapter light. Today I will continue the previous day's question that I already had told you. We are studying the second part of light, that is refraction. Here once again I will explain that refraction is the process of bending of light while traveling from one part to another part. Means from rare to denser or from denser to rare medium. What is rare medium? Rare medium is the medium in which the speed of light is high. So we can say that speed of light is high in that very medium. We will consider it as air. Air is the rare medium, while the second medium is the denser medium. We will consider it as a glass. So I will explain you in this very topic today that how we have to proceed, how this laws works. So like reflection of light, there we had studied two laws. First law states that the incident ray, reflected and normal all lies on the same plane. Same is the case with the refraction of light in law first. But here we have to find out only one difference. What is this? In first law, the first law of refraction of light states that when an incident ray of light, let A is the incident ray of light, it falls on point O, means I will consider this point as O, and then the same ray of light, after passing from rare to denser medium, first it strikes on an object on a glass slab 8.0, then it refracts or it bends while passing from air medium to the denser glass medium, then it bends towards the normal. Once again I will explain you. The incident ray of light falls on a point which is a common point for both the rays of light. Incident ray of light I, refracted ray of light R. So I and R. Simultaneously we will trace in a perpendicular to the both the angles. We will draw in a more ray of light that is called as imaginary, or we can call it as angle of normal. So hence what we had found here in this law, one thing is that the incident ray of light A O, refracted ray of light OB, and the normal ON, all the three rays of light falls on the same point, that is O, which is common to all the three factors. So here in this law it explains the incident ray of light, the reflected ray of light, and the normal all lies on the same plane. Hence in this law we had also studied the case that while refraction of light, while passing of the light from one medium to another medium, simultaneously bending of light takes place, but it takes place towards the normal. It doesn't take place away from the normal. So hence there is one more law that is called as the second law. This law was first of all given by a scientist, namely Snell, in 1621. In this law he explains us the relationship between what type of relationship does an incident ray of light is having with the refracted ray of light. In previous reflection of light we see that in case of refraction of light, be please keenly listen me, don't be getting any kind of misconception in case of these two laws. So here in case of refraction of light we status angle of incident is always equal to the angle of reflection, but in this law Snell explains this law as This law, the second law of refraction of light, gives us a relationship between angle of incidence and angle of reflection. So in this law he explains us the ratio of sine of I. Sine of I here indicates incident ray of light, and the ratio of sine of R means reflected ray of light. They are equal to the constant. The ratio of sine of incident ray of light and the ratio of sine of refracted ray of light, they are equal to a constant. What does constant mean? Is constant is anything which is neither getting high value or getting the low value. It is constant means simultaneously we will give the value to the constant as 10, but it remains whole through the situation as 10. Neither it goes up nor it goes down. So here in this case he take constant as n. So he explains us sine I by sine R is equal to constant, which means angle of incident and angle of reflection. Both these angles are equal to the constant, but in case of reflection of light, angle of I is always equal to angle of R. If angle of I is the 10 degree, in case of reflection of light, R is also the 10 degree, but not in this very case. What happens in this very case? In this very case, the sine I by sine R, we have to measure simultaneously angle of incident after getting reflected or passing from the rear to denser medium, from denser to the here. In this case we have to study the case of denser to rear medium. In denser medium the speed and intensity of the light is also low, and we have already studied one thing, that in case of second law of light, it bends, the deviated ray of light bends away from the normal. So it does not mean is that in first law it bends towards the normal, but in case of second law, here I will also explain, it bends away from the normal. Here remains the normal, it is bending away from the normal. So hence there is a fluctuation or variation. So then why he explained it with the help of a constant. How he explained? In next question we will explain you what refractive index means. Here he states that the sine of angle of incident and sine of angle of reflection is always equal to the constant, that is called as n. In case of sine of I, he takes a value of 37 degree. Here in this situation, sine I is equal to the 37 degree and sine R is equal to 24 degree. So here is it, sine of it is 24 degree. So let us, we will take n is equal to sine I 37 degree, sine R is given as a 24 degree. So we have to put the values from the chart. Here in chart we will find that the value of these are the trigonometrical values that you are studying in your trigonometry, applied trigonometry and trigonometry. So go through these and remember the chart. The value of this is 37. In case of sine I is equal to 60.60, and then in case of this it is 0.40. So hence we will, when we cut it, this term with this term, our value will be 1.50. This value is the value of constant. So hence the value of constant or the refractive index of a light can be explained with the help of second law, which was given by Snell. In this law he explains us that when a ray of light travels from denser medium to the rear medium, then also while traveling from the denser medium, the intensity of the light is already low. When it enters into the rear medium, then the intensity of the light is automatically high. So in case of second law, we will also explain you that in case of second law, the bended ray of light, the refracted ray of light is bending away from the normal. It does not bend towards the normal, but I also explained you, it bends away from the normal. So this law is very important from the examination point of view. You have to remember this. For examination, there are few questions which are very important, and from the examination point of view, let us study one more question that is also very important question you have to remember. And today inshallah we will complete this chapter. These are the last and final questions. If any important question is left by me while teaching you, so if anybody had not joined it yet, confirm him that we are already had started this teaching from the last in this week, beginning of this week, and we are going today to complete our last chapter, first chapter's last questions. And so hence next case is what? Formation of image by concave lens. Student, here you have to remain very attentive while studying these questions. These are very simple. If you will study these, you can write by your own. So here we have to take the lens. Here mirror is not oscillate. Here we have to take the lens. What we have to do? The lens, take a lens. I had taken a lens, namely X, as a concave lens. We have to take the concave lenses here. Question is given regarding the concave lenses. So what happens? A ray of light, a principal axis line which cuts the lenses into two equal halves, is put here as an XY. XY here is in a principal layer of line, a principal line which cuts the concave lenses into two equal halves. One thing you have to remember. One thing is that. Second, we have to begin with our rule first. Here he explains that when a ray of light, for example, suppose you can give any name. So I had mentioned it here, A and B. A and B, a ray of light, after passing from the concave lens, it will deviate as Bx. Here we say it will deviates from the here it is deviates away from the principal axis, which I had already explained you in the second law. Why? Because we are the ray of light is passing from the denser medium. When it passes from the denser medium, obviously it will bend away from the, and if we will trace it, if we will imagine that, where does it goes? After refraction from the center part of the concave lenses, and it will bend away from the principal axis. Here in this case we will draw an imaginary line which shows us a ray of light. If it will not bend, it will, after striking on this point, it will goes through the focus point of the principal axis. So here AB is a ray of light which becomes parallel to principal axis. XY is the our principal axis, and then AB is a ray of light. It is parallel. After getting refraction, it appears to come from the focus point. Here you have to remember one thing, that in first case a ray of light which comes from the focusing point. Another is second rule. This rule is very simple. It states here that when a ray of light is passed from the optical center, the center part of the refractive center part of any lens is called as optical center. When a ray of light, it states that when suppose you are having you are passing a ray of light which is AC. Why it is AC? Because it strikes 8.0 and it becomes AC. So in the meanwhile it will become AB, because it will passes from the mirror in the straight line, because we are passing it perpendicularly. So then why it appears to become BA, means a reverse takes place. The ray of light which passes as from the center, it will refract us back in the same direction. Case third, rule third. A ray of light which fall on a concave lens, after falling on the lens, it bends or deviates from, after passing from the concave lenses, it will goes and becomes parallel to our principal axis. Here AB is a ray of light. After striking 8 point B, it will refracted and becomes parallel to principal axis, that is axis Y. And it seems that this ray of light appears to crossing from the focus point that I had made you understand in the first rule. So you have to remember here that after refraction of light, ray of light becomes parallel to our principal axis. So then these are the important three rules. You have to remember first step by step. In first case, it appears from after refraction, it appears to the focus. In second case, it bends, it does not bend, it comes along the same and straight path, because it follows on the curvature and the optical center of the lens. So and in third case, it becomes parallel to the principal axis. So here we have to study one more question. Concave convex lenses, how a convex lens can form an image. Convex lens image formations. Here we have to explain you 4 rules. Rule number 1. What rule first says? Rule first here says, take in a convex mirror. I had taken a convex mirror. Cut it with the principal axis. Here is in a principal axis xy. So a ray of light which is AB, it becomes parallel to principal axis xy. After striking at point B, here it strikes at point B and reflects. Here we are studying, this is the remaining topic of the reflection of light. It is not refraction, so don't be confused please. So it is after striking on point B, it reflects in the direction of B and C. Here I had also mentioned AB parallel to principal axis xy, BC is the ray of light which is bended after reflection of light, it will become the BD. So hence if we will draw an imaginary line, we will find that it will exactly, if it will not, it will be in a lens, then it will reflect us from that very point. But it is in a case of mirror, because one side of the mirror is pulsed. Here this side of the mirror is the pulsed. So here only we can draw the imaginary line which shows us that a ray of light after striking at point B becomes the BC, but it will be imaginary line will be like BF. Yeah, PD, whatsoever you can give the name, you can also give as your own names to any point. So these are the 4 rules. So rule number 2, what is status? Here in this rule it states that when a ray of light falls on the center of curvature, this is the center of curvature, this line where I had stuck my pen, stop it for explaining you. This is the center of curvature. After falling on center of curvature, it will bend us and aways, it will reflect us in that very direction, and so it appears to go from the focus point of the principal axis. And then third point, then third rule, very simple rules are there. A and B is a ray of light. Here in this case A and B is the ray of light. After striking at point B, it becomes BC. So here BC, you are looking very simple thing, BC is parallel to XY. Here in this case we will find that a ray of light after striking on the convex mirror at their part, and from that very part it will reflect us and becomes parallel to the principal axis. So rule number 4, here it states that when a ray of light falling on the pole of the principal axis on the above side, it will become the incident ray of light. And it states that this ray of light also gets reflected from the bottom of the principal line. And here principal line, we will also say that it behaves like a angle of normal. So it lies in between these two. So when a line is drawn in between the incident ray of light and reflected ray of light, it obviously becomes normal. So here let we suppose that XY is becoming the normal, because reflection of light takes place on 2 spots. One is incident ray of light, another is a refracted ray of light. So here I will explain you few uses of the convex mirror. It is simply used in our vehicles. The side mirror of the vehicles is made up of the convex mirror because it is having quality to modify or magnify the images, and it will help us to form the erect image which driver can easily recognize while who is coming and who is going on the side of his vehicle. So vehicles mainly it will be asked as your objective in your board examination. Mention the use of convex mirror, either it will be 1 or 2. You can mention it is used in the cars, vehicles, and vehicles, cars obviously called as vehicles. So dear friends, I had completed the light chapter, and very important questions I had already discussed. So if any part of the question is missing and you are not satisfied with that very if you want to put your queries regarding how we have to go ahead, so from tomorrow we will I will start the second chapter of the physics. First of all, I will complete the 2 chapters, then I will go to the chemistry, then I will go simultaneously to the biology. Stay connected on my YouTube channel, subscribe it, like it, share it among your friends, so that number of students in these uncertain conditions will take benefit. Or inshallah from tomorrow I will also upload a special video for your guidance and counseling regarding how you have to study. I will give you the timetable for your studies in the holy month of Ramadan. So the final message is for you that we have to follow the instructions of government, we have to stay at home, and we have to stay safe, because still there is no medicine for the coronavirus COVID-19. It is a viral infection which spreads from person to person through contacts and through his or her sputum and droplets, so by shaking their hands. So stay at home, stay safe. Allah bless you. Have a good day.